light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. Who's on, baby? Who's on, baby?
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two of the most prolific offenses in the NFL will be on display in today's game. Both teams rank in the top 10 in total yards. The Texans are top 10 in total yards, and they go up against the Rams, who will have to try and slow them down. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas at NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Los Angeles Rams and the Houston Texans. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensive starters here. Wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, a talented wide receiver.
And he's still looking for that ultimate recognition. He wants to be mentioned with the best receivers in the game. His numbers suggest that we should do so.
2nd down, 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll run for it here. This is Prosch, the fullback. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
So it'll be first down here after the run.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They go play action here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And this offense certainly hoping that a veteran wide receiver in Britt can set the tone here in this one.
And we've seen better maturity out of him as his career has gone on, but no lack of speed. He can still get deep and hurt a defense.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
Now it's gone. Looking for Brett, intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out comes Houston. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. And it's second down. The defense here for the Rams.
Mark Barron entered the league as a safety, but really plays much more like a linebacker. One thing we always notice at the end of every game, his stat sheet is full.
Second down following the incompletion. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
In motion is Fedorowicz. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Alec Ogletree in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to look deep down the field. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get it all back in one play.
Yeah, third and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
And it's fielded at the 34. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Dumps it off to Gurley. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
On first down, it's Gurley. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
Jadeveon Clowney was the #1 pick in the NFL draft, and it was with good reason. An absolute athletic freak. Now he's trying to add consistency to his game.
To throw on second down is gone. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Goff on 3rd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. They come up in an offset eye. Austin, the man in motion left. On 1st down, gone. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? And almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
12 yards to go on 3rd down. Goff now to throw. Dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And that brings up 4th down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken around the 12. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Texans take possession. And now out comes Houston. And a big no-no last time. A safety to make this score 2-0 where we stand now. So see if they can atone for that mistake.
You give up points, but on the flip side, the positive side, after you punted the ball away or kicked it away,
defense held.
Defense held for you, so there's a little bit of relief there. Now they know they can get back out on the field, run their offense, and try to put their defense in a bad spot again. Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to go up top again. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
As a defender, you're eager to be involved in every play. So when the action goes away from you, a lot of times you run after the ball. But in this case, what a terrific job by the defender staying home and taking care of his responsibilities.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they were able to get to him on it.
Hard throw, incomplete. Lucky Whitehead, his intended target. And it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for L.A. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is brought in at the 21. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
One thing that you find out on a sweep play is the fortitude of the people running it. Because that is a run, and then there's some contact when you finally get to the edge. And those guys who can hold that point of attack and hold up on that contact, they create the plays that we just saw there. Really nice play by the defensive guys.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ogletree. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Here's Goff. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Throwing on 3rd. Goff going for the deep ball. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will give us the very rare scoreline of 5-0. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Fresh set of downs here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This one complete. It's C.J. Fedorowicz. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. But now the passing game here in the second quarter is starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They go play action here. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jalen Strong, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And the Rams getting... to go now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Flush to his right. Now he's going to... Now the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, L.A. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Nowhere to go here. And nothing but daylight ahead. And the Texans scoop it. Past the 20. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from...
This is caught inside the 15. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. They'll look to throw here on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And ready now for 2nd and 9.
Over. Detroit. Watching now, Barney. Set. Green, 39.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go up. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Watch it now, Barney. Now let's go.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to try and go deep again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Detroit! No. All right, now, lucky 56.
The final shot before break here. Gone. Caught here left side by Brent. And a nifty little deep juke spin move. Not a great deal there on the back end, but a nice gain still. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And quickly, they get to the line. Now gone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Kenny Britt that time. And 4th down coming up. Here's Johnny Hekker now, standing just about on his own goal line. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a Play fake here on first down. Surveying the field. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Now let's go. Blue Landers.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 there. And that'll be good for a Houston first.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 36 yards.
What really hurts defenses on screen passes is if they eat up one of their levels right away. Because, you know, most defenses 3 levels. D-line, linebacker, secondary. But on a screen pass, you're inviting the defensive line to get past them, and you throw the ball over their heads, and now there's just 2 levels left to try and stop big guys out in front of a guy running with the football.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end.
No, check.
Back to throw again. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Slot man moves right. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A. Kenny Brin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. That was a nice little setup there off play action for the long touchdown pass.
Yeah, I've got to tell you, it brings back bad memories for a guy like me as a former defensive back, because in a playbook I knew a long time ago, we described that play pattern as draw pass 9 go, meaning fly pattern after the play action pass, try and hit him for the deep ball, and boy, were they successful on that one. So tough because his speed is so great. You've got to make sure you don't miss any cues or keys in order to try and keep up with him.
Draw pass 9 go. That's still a nightmare to this day.
Yeah, I still wake up in the middle of the night and feel the guy going past me.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Caught left side, Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll look to throw here on first down. He sets to fire deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Brashad Perriman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Whitney Mercilus in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And the slot man goes in motion left. To throw on second down is gone. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. 20, 10, 5, touchdown LA. Tavon Austin, 76 yards. And the Rams have got this back to a one-score game. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They'll get 19 yards there, and it'll give the Texans a 1st down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
The ball was tipped and fell incomplete, but it was tipped up in the air, so the guys on defense, they had to feel like that was a big opportunity, and it was missed. They needed a play to help turn things around a little bit. Ball's in the air. Can they rally to it and get it? On that play, they weren't able to. They'll take the ball batted away, but boy, they missed a big chance there.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's got it over the middle. Fedorowicz. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's worked.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. C.J. Fedorowicz, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Texans will extend their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
In motion comes the tight end left.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, gone. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. It's a 4-receiver look to the right side.
Gone! Detroit! Leopard!
On 2nd and 10, Goff eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Leopard!
5 receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side.
Blue 90! Gone! No. Check! Patriots! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Over! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney!
Now a first down throw, gone. And that is incomplete. So the defensive holding penalty here, Charles.
You get outside of 5 yards downfield and you get grabby with an offensive player, the flag will come out every time.
It's a 4-receiver look, all to the left side. First and 10, Goff. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And that last drive, a long drive. But not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And they'll run it here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Hurry up, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. He's got time. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Houston. Rashad Perriman with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Zuerlein now for the PAT. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And he's brought down after a good gain.
You got to feel a little bit for the defense there. They've done a terrific job all day long holding this guy in check. But that might have been the run to break things out for him, maybe turn things around. Now he's going to have some confidence, and maybe he'll get to his normal yardage.
Gurley again here on first down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Goff now looks to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Let's go!
Third and long. It's gone. He's going to let it fly. Time for a break. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go now. Blue, landing. Watch it now, Barney. Leopard. Watch it now, Barney.
Desperation time for Goff on fourth. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Green, 39.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. That one looks like he'll throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver, and it's third down. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Wonder what's in the offensive playbook on 3rd and 13. We're about to find out. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got time in the pocket. Going up top. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Jacob Shum now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Gun. Detroit. Leopard.
And the back goes into motion. On first down, it's gone. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down Rams.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Goff on first down. Now a desperation throw. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Here's Goff. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
All right, here we go. Over.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Please. That's in there. Barney. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Leopard.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff rolling to his right. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
Let's go. Green. Leopard.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Being nowhere to go here. He lost the football. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And here comes the Texans now. They have that feeling that has to be the best. You just go out in complete control of this game here for hopefully one final possession.
And it's a culmination of preparation that began with something along the lines from the head coach of, we're going to...
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Goff. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Yep. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. A strong running. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd and just 1. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
My second body cost a lot.